Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am back with another video. On this video we are going to be looking at or explaining the Black Power movement essay, which is the essay for paper 1. Now this is the overview of the Black Power movement, meaning that these are the things that you're supposed to include or discuss in your Black Power movement essay in order to score good marks. Okay, so the first thing, you need to talk about the origins of the Black Power movement, the philosophy of the Black Power movement, the different roles played by these activists, Stokely Carmichael, Malcolm X, and other activists that you might know of. You need to talk about the Black Panther Party. You need to talk about the short-term as well as the long-term goals of the Black Power movement. In addition, you also need to talk about the challenges that were faced by the Black Power movement. So for you to score marks, good marks in this Black Power movement essay, these are the things that you're supposed to include. Okay, first things first, the introduction, which is one of the most important things. For you to have an essay that is going to score you good marks, you need to have what? An introduction. Okay, so here are the easy steps that you must follow in order to write a proper introduction. So step number 1, you need to take a stance. You need to basically tell the reader, where do you stand? Okay, so these are the 3 different ways in which you can take your stance. When a question says to you, do you agree, or do you agree with the statement? This is how you take your stance. You say you agree or you say you disagree. If a question says to you, explain to what extent, this is how you take your stance. You say to a greater extent or to a less extent. When a question says to you, critically discuss, this is how you take your stance. You say you approve or you disapprove. Now, I repeat, you as a grade 12 learner or as a grade 12 candidate, you should always be in a position to structure a proper introduction regardless of what the question is saying to you. So please keep these 3 things in mind. When a question says this is how you take a stance and so forth. So we are done with step number 1, taking a stance, where you stand, your line of argument. Step number 2, you need to provide a reason as to why do you say that. For example, let's say, for example, I agree, or one may see fit to agree that the Black Power movement was concerned with the promotion of Black Power, instilling Black pride, and the development of self-respect among African Americans. You have taken your stance. Now provide us with a reason as to why do you agree, okay? And then step number 3 is basically orientation. You providing historical evidence, or you telling us which content is going to be used, or you telling us what your essay is going to discuss. I hope that makes sense. Let's take a look at the following example whereby I have applied all these 3 steps that I am talking about. Okay, here is the question. It reads as follows. Explain to what extent the ideas and actions of Malcolm X, Stokely Carmichael, and the Black Panther Party gave African Americans a new sense of identity in the United States of America during the 1960s. During the 1960s, that is the question. How do you take our stance here? You say to a greater extent. Stokely Carmichael and the Black Panther Party gave African Americans a new sense of identity in the United States of America. This is where you stand, right? To a greater extent. Step number 2, you provide what? A reason. Your reason reads as follows. Because Malcolm X, Stokely Carmichael, and the Black Panther Party encouraged self-determination and the achievement of economic and political freedom, as well as racial pride among the African Americans. Step number 2 is done. You've provided what? Your reason. Step number 3, orientation. Therefore, this essay is going to do what? This essay is going to explain the extent in which the ideas and actions of Malcolm X and Stokely Carmichael, as well as the Black Panther Party, gave African Americans a new sense of identity in the United States of America during the 1960s. Yes. So you might not see what is written here, but I did mention that. So if you are listening, you are good to go. So this is how you follow those 3 steps that I spoke about in the previous slide. Okay, let's proceed. Yes, the background. A good essay is supposed to be accompanied by a background information of the Black Power movement, the origins or the emergence of the Black Power movement. So our background reads as follows. Today I didn't use points, I just wrote the essay for you, addressing the question that we are dealing with right now. So you should pick a few things from here. So our backgrounds reads as follows. You can read for yourself whilst I'm reading as well. The civil rights movement led by Martin Luther King Jr. focused on ending racism in the southern states. But blacks living in the north suffered serious discrimination because of the poor housing, inferior education, high rates of unemployment and under-resourced facilities, and still lived in poverty. As a result, the African Americans became impatient with the slow pace of change and rejected the non-violent strategies of the civil rights movement. These blacks supported the use of violence, which resulted to the race riots, and the main causes of these riots were poor living conditions and police brutality. On 16 June 1966, Stokely Carmichael used the slogan Black Power in his speech, and this became a political slogan in the USA. This is a good background of the Black Power movement or the Black Power philosophy. This is how Black Power emerged. Okay, done. We are moving on to the next slide. Now you are beginning your boarding now. In your next paragraph, you're supposed to talk about the philosophy of the Black Power movement. Remember that overview I gave you, right? I showed you, Here we are going to be discussing the philosophy of the Black Power movement. It reads as follows as well. The Black Power is an ideology that advocated for racial pride, self-determination, and the achievement of economic and political freedom or power for blacks. It also encouraged blacks to defend themselves against police brutality if necessary. Furthermore, Black Power advocated that black people should develop pride in their own culture and seek freedom from white authority. They used the slogan Black is beautiful and promoted Afro hairstyles and African clothing. That's the philosophy of the Black Power movement. We explained this philosophy, what it was, okay? As you can see, yeah. Alright, moving on. The role of Malcolm X. Remember, we said we are supposed to also highlight the role played by these activists. Malcolm X, for example. Malcolm X was regarded as as the intellectual father of the Black Power. That is your point. You've made your point. Explain. Because he preached black self-sufficiency and advocated for armed self-defense against white oppression. Provide examples. For instance, he was in favor of black separatism instead of integration, revolution instead of reform, although his pilgrimage to Mecca made him change his philosophy after he witnesses Muslims of all races living and praying together. The initial ideas of Black Power played a significant role to a greater extent in giving African Americans a new sense of identity in the United States of America during the 1960s. Can you see me linking there? Can you see me linking here? Me referring back to the question. They played a significant role to a greater extent in giving African Americans. You see, I hope it makes sense. Okay, let's move on. I don't want this video to be long because people tend to complain when a video is long. Okay, we move on to our next paragraph whereby you are talking about what? Stokely Carmichael. Okay, let's look at our point. Stokely Carmichael also believed in black separatism instead of racial integration because because he encouraged black people to do things for themselves, such as controlling politics in their communities, taking pride in their own culture by rejecting the white ideas on style and fashion. As a result, he urged blacks to wear their afros and African clothes. Furthermore, Stokely Carmichael encouraged black people to defend themselves against racial oppression and promoted the concept of African heritage and identity through literature, music, and slogans such as "Black is beautiful." Now, let us link by referring back to the question. This is how you link. thus making Stokely Carmichael's contribution significant to a greater extent in providing African Americans with a new sense of identity in the United States of America during the 1960s. Okay, moving on, now we are going to be talking about what? The formation of the Black Panther Party. This is how you do it. For example, this is a paragraph of the Black Panther Party. Let's read together. In 1966, Bobby Seale and Huey Newton responded to the Black Power ideology by forming the Black Panther Party for self-defense. The Black Panther Party became a militant group within the Black Power movement. As a result, the Black Panther Party issued a 10-point plan to address its social, political, and economic goals, to address all their aims, okay? The Black Panther Party patrolled the inner cities to protect Black people against police brutality. They demanded financial compensation for years of racial exploitation. Moreover, the Black Panther Party provided Black people with access to free medical clinics and free breakfast for children. The BPP also ran child care and literacy projects in Black communities and demanded Black history to be taught in schools and universities. We're done. Now link by referring back to the question, right? In this case, this is how you do it. Where is it? Yes. In this case, it is evident that the Black Panther Party played a role in giving African Americans a new sense of identity in the United States of America during the 1960s to a great extent. I hope you get the picture, guys. Okay? Alright, now you talk about what? The short-term and long-term gains of the Black Power movement. This is how you do it. The Black Panther Party had short-term gains as well as long-term gains, and most obvious forms of racial discrimination came to an end. The short-term gains included the decline of racial violence. Millions of Black people were lifted out of poverty. Black people were now elected in public offices, and Black people gained full equality with whites. Okay? Moreover, this is how you can join your sentences. Moreover, the long-term gains of the BPP were that segregation in schools, housing, race, and gender was abolished. The Voting Act of 1965 eliminated literacy tests as a requirement for voting, and Black Americans were now registered at universities. Now, link by referring back to the question. This is how you do it. Where is it? Yes, somewhere here. Yes. In this way, greater racial pride and self-confidence was instilled among Black people, thus making the contribution of the BPP significant to a greater extent in providing African Americans with a new sense of identity in the United States of America during the 1960s. Okay? Now, let us go to our conclusion. The conclusion is equally important as well, good people. When we mark as teachers, we use a rubric that has C for the content that we just covered right now, and then the P is for the presentation. If you don't have a proper introduction whereby you have taken a line of argument and a proper conclusion whereby you have taken your line of argument as well or your stance, you're going to lose marks. Okay, you can discuss everything, every single point. Your content can be good, but if your presentation is wrong, you're going to lose marks. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, please check the rubric that is used in marking essays in history and familiarize yourself so that you know what I am talking about. So the conclusion is equally important. Don't write an essay and then fail to conclude the essay. So this is how you're supposed to conclude your essay. So okay, let's look at this one. For example, before we get to the conclusion, I almost forgot. Yes, and I'm not gonna start from scratch. Okay, so before you get to the conclusion, immediately after you have spoken about the long term, the short term as well as the long term gains, you need to talk about what? The challenges as well. And this is how you can bring in challenges. Okay, you can say, however, certain challenges persisted. Poverty still existed for many African Americans, and minorities in the US had not achieved equality in all aspects, more especially in the economic and social terms. Okay, now let's get to the conclusion that I jumped to. Right, so this is how you can go about writing a conclusion. In conclusion, please, that in conclusion should always be there to show that vele you are concluding. Take your stance again, the very same stance or the very same line of argument that you took in your introduction. Take it again. This is how you do it. In conclusion, to a greater extent, the ideas and actions of Malcolm X, Stokely Carmichael, and the Black Panther Party gave African Americans a new sense of identity in the United States of America during the 1960s. Malcolm X, Stokely Carmichael, and the Black Panther Party encouraged racial pride, economic empowerment, the creation of political and cultural institutions, and encouraged African Americans to be proud of being black. Therefore, this essay has explained the extent in which the ideas and actions of Malcolm X, Stokely Carmichael, and the Black Panther Party gave African Americans a new sense of identity in the United States of America during the 1960s. You are done, we have concluded. Okay? So, disclaimer. The content that I have used here is very correct. You can use it in any essay. However, the way I linked in this specific essay was me addressing what the essay question that I attached there. So don't copy this essay as it is and then you just copy and paste without taking into account or into consideration the question that you get in the exam. The way in which you link should always correspond with the question that you are asked. Okay? That is why it is easy for markers to see if you have copied and pasted or you just dumped information, because even the way in which you link does not relate to the question at hand. It relates to whatever question that you use to prepare. So I hope that makes sense. The content is the same. However, the way in which I linked, it is going to be different. It has to be different because your question will not be the same as my question, but the content does not change at all. I hope that makes sense, good people. Yes, that's all about it. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your fellow classmates. See you on my next video. Bye.